Hey y'all, today we are going to work on what is political science. So let's get started. Number 2, another good title for this passage is A, how to become a political scientist, B, what political scientists want to know, C, political science in the 1960s, or D, political science and television. So let me grab my highlighter. Another good title. Please highlight that. Number 3, public opinion polls help political scientists understand A, how people fill out surveys, B, how voters influence public policy, C, international legal systems, or D, how peace can be achieved. Please highlight public opinion polls help understand. Number 4, what conclusion can the reader draw from the many questions asked in this passage? A, very little is known about political science. B, political scientists ask many questions in their search for knowledge. C, political scientists have all the answers. Or D, the reader should know the answers to these questions. So let's highlight what conclusion can be drawn from the questions asked in this passage. Number 5, in the repeated phrase they ask in this passage, they refers to A, governments, B, voters, C, political scientists, or D, public opinion polls. Please highlight in the phrase they ask, they refers to. Number 6, the term mass media means A, interest groups, B, voters, C, personal letters, diaries, journals, D, TV, radio, newspapers, books. Please highlight term means and go on and circle mass media. So click done there. And we will scoot over here. Alrighty, let's read question 1 first. And we are looking for a main idea, a statement that's too broad to be the main idea and too narrow to be the main idea. A, political science is a course of study. B, political science is the study of how governments and groups use power. Or C, political science began examining issues in the 1960s. So coming up here to the top, go in and highlight what is political science, which we know to be our heading. And we will label this as informational text, which everybody in the normal world knows as nonfiction. And we will number our paragraphs. All right, cool. So let's read. Paragraph 1, political science is the study of power. It looks at how governments use power. It looks at how individuals use power. It looks at how groups control each other. Political scientists want to know how nations are governed. They want to know how social groups are organized. They ask, how do institutions work? And right here, we're talking about the they, so go ahead and circle that. Please highlight political scientists want to know how nations are governed, social groups organized, institutions work. Paragraph 3, one tool political scientists use is public opinion polls. And I know we've talked about that in the question, so let's highlight that. Political scientists look at how voters influence public policy. They ask, and here's they again, which groups influence elections? They look at the demands of interest groups. They ask, how do groups influence laws? Political scientists also look at the impact of mass media. They want to know what role the media play. They ask, how do TV, newspapers, and books change people's views? So that there gives you an idea of who the mass media is. Paragraph 4. Political scientists want to know about nations. They ask questions like the following: how do nations cooperate? What are the ties between them? How do conflicts emerge? How are conflicts resolved? Political scientists also compare political systems. They try to find out who depends on whom. They study international legal systems. They study agreements between nations. And up here I missed a they ask, so circle that. Paragraph 5. During the 1960s, political science changed. The 1960s were a time of disagreement. Before then, much of political science was theory. So, highlight all of this. But during that time, many political scientists turned to issues. Scholars wanted to deal with values and facts. They got involved with the Vietnam War. They looked at causes for inner-city riots. They examined the impact of assassination. Today, theory blends with values. Topics such as peace, justice, and human rights are discussed. These values are now part of the study of political science. All right, so now you need to answer your questions, post your answers on SchoolNet. If you have any questions, as always, please email me. Thank you.